Danielle Colby, who plays the role of American Pickers, has resorted to social media in order to share an emotional post following a tragic occurrence from her life. Following the unfortunate school shooting that took place in Nashville, Tennessee, Danielle posted a message on Instagram that was discouraging regarding the current state of the United States. The well-known personality from the History Channel tweeted a picture of her children Miles, who is now 26 years old, and Memphis, who is now 21 years old, posing together while wearing their Sunday bests when they were toddlers. Because of everything that is going on in the world, the mother of two expressed her gratitude in the caption of her photo by saying that she was grateful she was able to hug her children today. Danielle discussed the ways in which hostility is cultivated, as well as the ways in which gun violence affects the United States, particularly innocent children. My prayer is that we get our asterisk together in this country and actually prioritize the well-being of our youth and take accountability for the absolute fact that all this hate is learned from adults, she said under the description. In her description, Danielle said, "My heart is sick over the total lack of attention to the escalating problem of gun violence in our country. My heart is sick because of the total lack of attention. Time and time again, parents point the finger at everyone else than themselves for such violent behavior. Thoughts and prayers are not helpful in this situation. Action and paying attention to the genuine feelings that our children are experiencing will be of assistance. In the event that they are feeling disoriented and angry, taking the time to listen to them, empathize with them, and console their hearts in order to guide them toward a road that is loving. Acting with love and compassion as a leader. To the extent that we drive children to conform to an unattainable standard of normalcy, the more they will either shatter others or break themselves. Despite the fact that I love you so much, we need to improve." In the wake of yet another tragic school shooting, Danielle wrote a post that was both forceful and moving. Sickness attack. Following the shooting deaths of 6 individuals at the Covenant School in Nashville, detailed sketches and a horrifying manifesto belonging to the perpetrator, Audrey Hale, were discovered. It has been reported by the police that they are currently examining the things and developing a theory to determine a possible motivation behind the senseless act. Apparently, Audrey, who was 28 years old at the time, produced a comprehensive map of the school, which included a number of entrance points, and even conducted surveillance on the area before she murdered 3 pupils and 3 adults. Evelyn Dacos, Hallie Scruggs, and William Kinney, all of whom were 9 years old, were among the victims of the heinous killing spree. Cynthia Peake, Mike Hill, who was 61 years old, and Catherine Kuntz, who was 60 years old, were identified as the adult victims. On the website of the institution, it is said that Catherine faculty at the school. Nevertheless, their names are not posted on the website of the institution. According to the findings of the investigation, Cynthia worked as a substitute teacher, while Mike worked as a custodian. According to many who knew her, Hallie Scruggs was the daughter of Chad Scruggs, who served as the pastor of Covenant Presbyterian Church in Nashville. There is a strong possibility that Audrey, who was killed by law enforcement, was a former student at the institution. In addition to a handgun, the authorities claim that Audrey was armed with 2 firearms that were classified as assault-style weapons, a rifle and a pistol. It has been reported by the authorities that at least 2 of them were legally purchased in the Nashville region. John Drake, the chief of police for the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, expressed that he was literally moved to tears after witnessing the incident and the children as they were being released from the facility. The finding of Memapius of DCUL. On Monday, John made the announcement that a manifesto had been discovered during a news conference. "We have some writings that we're going over that pertain to this date, the actual incident," he explained to reporters. "We have a map drawn out of how this was all going to take place." In addition, John disclosed to the media that the school had been invaded, and that the perpetrator of the shooting had used a firearm to shoot through a side entrance in order to access the school. Photos that were posted on social media by the police showed a door that had glass shattered out of it. Hale entered the Covenant building after shooting out the glass of these doors, the MNPD reported in its report. It was reported that Hale's manifesto and maps had a reference to another place, according to the authorities. The gunman, on the other hand, decided that this place was not ideal since it had too much security.